Hello, thank you for joining me here at the Art of the Oracle. My name is Virginia. I'm so excited to be doing a pick a card reading today, although I ended up with 4. So what I'm going to do is each deck is going to be a separate tarot deck. And then I'm going to guide you in with a moon oracle. So you have 3 different ways to be able to decide that this is the right pile for you. And there are 4 decks to choose from. So let me know in the comments if this is too much for you to make your decisions. But I was really guided in to use 4 separate packs. And I thought, okay, it is a 4-year. So perhaps this is a, a great opportunity to be able to, and the clock is chiming, so I think that's our confirmation. So I am going to pick a moon card for each one while you are here with me. So I'll shuffle the deck and, okay, I've got 2 stacks. This one has 4 and this one has 3. I'm going to take these stacked with the 4. So isn't that interesting? So 2 separate stacks flew out. So the first one is going to be Confidence is the Key. This is the new moon in Leo. It's going to be paired up with Crow Tarot and Snowflake Obsidian. The second deck is Nothing is Set in Stone. And this is going to be with Light Seer's Tarot. And this is a square hematite. And we'll get into more of the meanings when we get into the into each one. I want you to tap into your intuition and see how the imagery, and see if anything tugs at you in a certain way. So the third deck is Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back. This is South Node influence, with a rose quartz heart, along with the Deviant Moon Tarot. How beautiful. And lastly, a new romantic cycle, new moon in Libra, and it's coming in with your Angel Tarot deck. And this is a very interesting stone called K2 stone. So I will give you some information. When all of these stones came out, and I went to my stone collection and I asked, who would like to come forth in this reading? And my eye went directly to each one of these stones. And when I sat with the stones, the main information is really about balance. So know that whatever stone, there is going to be some level of balancing. So the reading today, when I wanted to get, clarification on what we needed, I really felt that the earth actually was wanting to come forth in a big way, really wanting to communicate. So everything that I chose for this reading is going to be some sort of earth element, like the trees and the birds and the animals and things like that, which is why we have stones, and the moon energy, because we're coming up into a full moon phase again. And we have so much going on, but I feel like the earth, I feel this deep sense of love from Mother Earth today, and she has a message coming through. So this is one about grounding into Mother Earth, because I think after this reading, you'll get even more information. Maybe it'll open you up to something that you need to see. And then really sit with the earth if there's any questions after the reading. So that's where we're going. Thank you for being here. Please look at each one of the piles and see which one is resonating with you. I love, like, we have lion. We have, this one is water, this one is the galaxy, and this one is like the balancing of the heart and love. So there we are. Thank you for being here. I'll be right back with the reading that you've chosen. Pile number 1, welcome back. You have chosen Crow Tarot. This is such a fun deck. I really enjoy Crow Tarot. Yeah, I was very excited when I got it. I feel that raven is one of my spirit animals, so Crow Tarot really speaks to me in a big way. So let's take a look at what you've chosen today. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, is that this really feels like the Mother Earth has a message for all of us. And I felt in a deep way to bring about all the cards that I've chosen today will bring about elements from Mother Earth. So the messages are from Mother Earth and what you need to hear at this time. What you've chosen is Snowflake Obsidian. And this is really about balanced energy. So it has all the elements within it because it is an obsidian, which is created under pressure from fire, and it creates this glassy stone, and the water in it, I think, is what creates this snowflake side of it. So that is bringing in not only protection, but also grounded and the ability to balance your energy. I'm bringing in a lot of selenite. For some reason, I'm letting your stone speak and the cards speak, and no other additional crystals here. So the other thing that you have as your opening card is this beautiful new moon in Leo, and we are going into a full moon. So Leo is about strength, and the new moon phase could be heralding in something at the new moon time. So maybe something is happening between now and the new moon. So I'm going to leave that card here, and let's set your tarot cards aside for a moment, and then we're going to bring those in as clarifiers at the end of the reading. First, I'm going to bring in the trees. It's the Wisdom of the Trees Oracle, which is a really lovely deck. I usually use the guidebook. It has a lot of really interesting energy from the trees. It has a Deva message, which is the spirit message of the tree, as well as what the tree is inherently bringing forth, what we know it as. Okay, wow. So there are 3 trees that came out for you. This one wants to be hidden. But here is Cedar of Lebanon is one of the trees. And then we have Suji. And I see that both of these trees are coming from the same, the trees are broken up into different spiritual elements. And then the last tree is elm. So all 3 of these trees are coming in, and I'm going to go to the guidebook to see where we are with the energies. And the Cedar of Lebanon, I'll let you see it a little bit more. What I see in here is like a road leading, and it's almost like the tree. I don't know if the tree is guiding you or if the tree is blocking you. I don't know if there's something in your world that feels like it's being blocked, but this feels like a positive force. This right here feels like perhaps you've been on a road and you don't know which way to go, and this tree is actually a beacon for you, like leading you in. And then there's looks like a mountain in the distance. But it's almost like it's taking you on a journey and showing you or giving you a place of respite. So let's start there with the Cedar of Lebanon. And when I look at the guidebook, it's about spiritual strength. I love it. So the Deva message is about humans have respected and worked with me for millennia. They use my wood to make their temples because they recognize that I can give them spiritual strength. Let me help you to become rooted in your own spirituality. So it's really interesting. We start out here, confidence is the key to success. And then it's wanting to bring you additional strength here because this Leo card is bringing in strength. And the Cedar of Lebanon is also bringing in strength. So the message coming directly from this card is trust your instincts and to know that you are steadfast and you're being grounded by the biggest tree in the forest. I love that. That's why that tree was so large. It is showing you the way. So I feel like Mother Nature is here guiding you. So if you get confused, go outside in nature. And I'm sure you've heard this over and over and over again. And I hope you take it to heart. I do. I didn't always. I lived in an area and I grew up in the city where there were trees, but not that much. We had a tiny little patch. So I hope you can find your way to sit somewhere with a tree on some level in Mother Nature. Because the second tree that's coming in, Suji, is about sacredness. And this one I think is a Japanese tree. And it looks like it grows very large. So this is bringing in the ability to honor aspects of nature as being sacred, and to remember that every day is a sacred day. So the message that it has in the book is, if someone's behavior is troubling you, perhaps you feel that they should be behaving differently because you really don't understand what's behind him, and how could you, because it's their behavior. Try to rise above these difficulties and see their true nature. And the truth is, when you have somebody that is coming into your space and they are kind of rubbing you the wrong way, they're there as a teacher to teach you something. And I know when somebody's not doing something that you would do, it doesn't feel like a teacher, but it is. If you are having some sort of reaction to it, it is because it is there to show you something about that element still within you, okay? And so lastly, we have this elm tree, and the elm tree is about communication. And I love, like, all these trees here, you have noticed that it's focusing on one main aspect. And that's really what I'm getting from this. I'm surprised so many trees came out in this reading, but it's almost what I'm gaining from all of this is this kind of spiritual focus is what it's asking you. This one is really about communication. I think it's asking you to ground in, to be confident when you kind of wane or you see things that are bothering you and you don't want that aspect within your space. It's asking you to go sit with yourself, know that there's something in there, a lesson for you, and learn to communicate. Because when you can communicate effectively and not kind of go at somebody with judgment, then opens you up to receive whatever it is the teaching is. So this elm tree is asking you, it's bringing in clarity, really. And it says, dropping hints or expecting others to read between the lines or what you were saying will only lead to confusion. So let's not pretend that everybody knows what, everybody's supposed to know how we're feeling, okay? So this is about you being able to really tap in and understand that everybody's energy is separate. And I know you know that inherently, but we move through this world and we're bumping into energy all the time, and it gets really cloudy. So your energy, people don't know what you're thinking, and you don't know what other people's thinking. And sometimes we think, well, they should have known. Well, maybe they should have. But when they don't, there needs to be more clear communication. So let's rise above all that and let's go to the birds. So we're going to go to the divine feather messenger and ask for clarity. What is Mother Earth and these elements? All right, well, that one flew out for you. So let's move your tarot cards over here. Let's make sure that we're getting all of these in here, because we're going to put the tarot cards down here below. So this one is let go of convention and follow your own unique path with the heron. All right, so she has flown in, bringing some of this water element into the reading as well, because we have some fire, we have some earth, and now she's bringing in water, asking you to be you. Really, that's what that's all about, is let's be confident about who we are. And that's where it started here in the reading, is asking you, that you are enough where you are, that be confident in where you are. Notice that when you're, that you are receiving spiritual guidance, okay? And to understand that everybody, we're all here individually. There are no two people alike here on this planet. And we're all experiencing things in a very different way. So this really is asking you to kind of follow that uniqueness about yourself. And in this uniqueness and in this unique perspective, it can kind of help balance and reflect your uniqueness in a way that kind of helps bring about understanding with others. So the power of Heron urges you to look into your surrounding world and reflect with patience and a loving heart. Let go of judgment and allow your personal path to unfold. I really like that. I feel like that it really kind of it kind of summed up everything else here. You're on a spiritual journey, and we are really these beautiful divine beings, and Mother Earth is wanting very much to work with us and guide us through this. And so this is a pretty worn deck, but this is the medicine cards. I really, really love this deck. So we're bringing in some animals, some more animal energy here. So what animal is inspiring reading number 1 today? I feel like this one right here kind of wanted to come out. All right, so this is squirrel energy. Look at that. So it's interesting. Sometimes when you get squirrel energy, and let me kind of see if I can bring this a little bit closer. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that little pause. I was trying to pause the video, but it wasn't letting me pause it. That was really weird. Okay, so squirrel energy it's an animal that we see all the time. All right, sorry about that. I did have to pause the video. I was feeling like I wasn't getting everything in, and I really wanted to do that. So one of the things that I love about the energies of the animals is when something like this comes in that we see every day, and this is card number 26. Sometimes we look at it and we go, oh, it's squirrel. So I see the squirrel running around all the time. What does squirrel have to teach me? Well, I think several different things. One is that, like what Suji was, is reminding you that there is divine in everyday things, right? So that's where the Suji tree was going to, is that, oh, sorry about that, that there is divine in every day, and that it's bringing in the squirrel energy to kind of reinforce that. And squirrel is this busy little thing that is always running around, but it's playing while it's gathering. It's gathering nuts, it's gathering all kinds of stuff, and it never seems to have enough, for sure. So the squirrel is about teaching you to be aware of what it is that you're gathering around in your, that's what I'm getting from this. It's like, be aware of what you're bringing into your space. Are you holding on to things that remind you of other people, and, it's kind of boxing you in, and you have lost, who you are, your original connection, your flow in life. So with that squirrel energy, I have the book out here, but yeah, it's asking you, to kind of, when you're gathering things, to gather things in a way that things that you want to bring into the future. But I feel like what it's really telling me, it's asking you to look at what you're gathering and make sure that everything that you're gathering is a representation of, you. And we have a little bit of light over there that doesn't look good. This is really about, what it is that you're bringing into your world, because everything has energy. And the energy that comes in stays with you. I go to a lot of estate sales, and I know bringing in that older energy, I need to clear some of that away, because it's other people's energy that's coming in. And it may or may not be the kind of energy that I want. So we're going to ask for, I'm going to grab the guidebook, for the love of dragons. So the last thing that I'm bringing in before your tarot is some mystical inspiration. Whoa, wow. Okay, and that really flew up. So I love this dragon. You've got 6s in here, 2 and 6, 1 and 6. So we've got a pair we've got a pair of sixes coming in. And I think, you know, it's really interesting that these two are kind of back to back. And, you know, because the squirrel is very, very playful. And this one is about a playmate. And what the energy that brings in is really about a time to play. And maybe that's why the bird is flown in here. Let go of convention, follow your unique path. This is asking you to bring in kind of a playful attitude as you move forward. And I think that the earth really wants you to understand these sacred moments in everyday things, in the trees. Allow yourself to communicate with the trees and the rocks and the, you know, the grass, the birds. Take a moment and pause. All right, I am going to go now to your Crow Tarot here, and we're going to ask for guidance to sum up the reading for pile number 1. What is it? What is the earth energy coming in today for guidance for pile number 1? Okay, this is the Ace of Wands kind of popped out here. So the Ace of Wands is about new energy. And I feel like this is also bringing in this confidence here. It's mirroring the image of this beautiful lion energy with strength, because we have more golden energy. And I feel like there's a lot of this energy that's coming in. It's kind of like a golden energy asking, and the way the crow is looking back to the past. And I think it's looking at this because this is an important thing. So it's this is important for you to understand that gathering things just for the sake of gathering isn't helping you, that you have a unique path. Let go of some of the things that may be clouding your life and allow some of the things in the natural world to come through. What other message is coming through for pile number 1 to give clarity? Oh, all right, I'm gonna have to pause that. A whole stack just flew. All right, thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the cards kind of went flying, and what we got, and I love that these cards are all going kind of in the same direction. We have the 8 of Cups, which is a little bit of a standstill here, right? Our Cups is about emotion. This is a fire energy. So this is about the way we move through and create in the world. And this is about the ability to see things new and create new. And then we have the 8 of Cups, which is kind of mimicking, I think, this heron energy. It's almost like he's turned his back to what he's known, and he's looking to the past. He hasn't quite turned his head yet to see where he wants to go in the future. But the 8 of Cups is really about that. It's kind of like you're coming to the end. You don't really, this is about all the stuff that you've collected that really you don't have attachments to anymore. You got it, a lot of it was because you loved it so much, but it's kind of, you recognize that you don't need a lot of things. What you need are things that really have value, and understand that sometimes, especially in the West, that we collect a lot of things. Just, you know, and I'm the same way. I love to go and see all these beautiful things. We really are an abundant nation. And then we have the Judgment. So this is really about seeing back with a squirrel. These are really looking this way because I feel like it's talking to you about past behaviors. And it's time to, because the heron is going in, she's the one that's looking along with the dragon into the future and asking you to follow your own unique path. And this one is asking you to play. And because the Cedar of Lebanon started off this reading by saying that there is like a divine guidance, there's a beacon out there calling you forward. And the Judgment card came up. I thought there was a bigger stack that flew, but it was only these 2 cards. And the Judgment card kind of came out sideways. And the Judgment is, you know, it's these double X's. It's card 20 in the Major Arcana cards. And it's when you've reached a point in your life where you've had, you know, if you look at all of these, I really like this particular Judgment card. It's one of my favorite because they've got these cairns down here and these birds are rising above it. And they're, you know, they kind of show their skeleton because it's like you're rising above your old self. The Judgment is here. It's about what you're leaving behind. What is it that you've left behind? What's the legacy that you're leaving as you rise above kind of worldly things? And that's why I think this whole reading is come together to ask you to take a look at what it is, where you're putting your energy. That you don't have to collect a bunch of stuff, whether it be money or things or people. That there is to be confident in who you are, to let go of convention, to rise above kind of some of these old energies and know that there's divine in nature. And Mother Earth is really asking us all to simplify, I think, and to recognize that the things that we are destroying on this earth are things that, you know, like the trees on the landscape and the birds and the animals. These all have this beautiful positive energy, and we're collecting things that have older energies. And it's time to let go of the old energy. See the divine in every day. Know that the earth is guiding you on a new path. And I'm going to, I don't know why, I looked at the bottom of the deck. I was going to ask for another card, and this is the card that I saw. And this is really like when you're finally at the end, the 10 of Cups comes out because you now have all your earthly possessions and your heart's desire. So there's always a pair on this card to let you know that it's also about the coming together with people, with things, you know, and having everything. It's like losing the desire to have anymore because you've reached a stage, you have everything that you want. So I think that that's what the energy is asking you, is to recognize, to really take stock of everything that you have in your life. And if you really think about it, that you truly have most of what you want. And if you look around, see if there's some things that you can let go of and rise into your true self, your unique path. Go out into nature. Listen, don't judge other people. Make sure that you're coming forward with clear communication. Let's see if that, no, it's a little, okay. I'm gonna bring her over here. Make sure that you come at people with clear communication, because when you're bumping up against people and they're rubbing you the wrong way, it's because there's something there within you that needs healing. They're there to teach you. People, I think, inherently are good. I know it's hard to believe that sometimes, and I think that when they're talking about the paradigm shift where we're going in separate directions, that we're going to see more and more and more of the divide between people, and you just have to allow people to be who they are. Don't judge them for that, and stay on your own unique path and move forward with confidence. Learn to play. You have all the energy that you need to create, and it's a time now to rise into a new space. So pile number 1, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Have a beautiful day, and if you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks now. Bye-bye. Welcome back, pile number 2. Thank you for being here. So you have chose the Light Seer's Tarot deck. Very, very exciting deck. I really enjoy this. And you've also chose, so we're going to put this to the side, and we're going to go to the Light Seer's Tarot at the end of the reading for clarification. So the first 2 cards that are bringing you in today is Nothing Yet Is Set in Stone. This is about the mutable moon. So we're going to get some more information as we move forward. And then we have this is really interesting. So this was in pile number 1, and it fell onto the top of yours and kind of kicked this stone out of the way. So It's really interesting, and I didn't notice it until I saw the other stone sitting there. So we're going to bring in both of them. Apparently that's relevant for you. The snowflake obsidian stone is really about balance, and obsidian is kind of a grounding, a clearing away, removing negative energies. And this white snowflake is created from the water that's coming in, which is also the water energy here. And then we have hematite, which is also about grounding and protection. But it's also it's kind of a transformative stone. Allows you to be able to see and look at things the way they are, but to be able to transform into kind of a positive space. So, wow, you've already started creating a change, which is maybe that's where you're at. And maybe that's why this energy here is nothing yet is set in stone. So the first deck that we're going to is an oracle deck, bringing in tree wisdom with the wisdom of the trees oracle. All right, so what is the tree? Oh, wow, I really feel like those wanted to come out. They kind of showed themselves sideways. So the two trees that are coming out are the giant redwoods and the Indian bean. And excuse me, I need to take a drink of my tea that I brought in this morning. So the energies of these are two very different energies. I'm going to go to the guidebook about the information that it's bringing forward. But the first thing I see here is it's almost like this feels like a protective tree to me. It's got wisdom and protection, and wow, something is coming in right now. I don't know if you need protection or you feel like you need protection, but there's something very big around you or around this particular reading. And the giant redwood brings in majesty and the power to be able to create anything in the world. And it's here to bring in that ability, kind of like a teaching ability, asking you not to underestimate yourself, and that we're all unique, and that you have so much to offer the world. There's no need to feel inadequate. And it's very interesting. So if you were drawn to pile number 1 as well, the first tree that kind of came out was really about a beacon. And so I feel like the energy coming in from Mother Earth today is really, she's asking that you allow her to show you the way, that there is, that we're all divine, that we are in these spaces of magic, majesty, the communication that is coming through from the earth really wants us to dive into her, that she is wanting to communicate through us. And as we open and let go of anything that might be clouding our ability to understand that the earth is alive, trees are alive, the stones are alive, there's consciousness within everything. Indian bean is bringing in the energy of vitality. And I don't know if something has happened. I mean, there's so much going on in the world today, so it could be anything, and maybe you know what this is. But this is bringing in this guidance and to be your majestic self. And this is bringing in vitality. So if you've been feeling that you're, kind of like your talents or something has not been running smoothly, Indian bean is here to bring in energy to help you regain that feeling of your true self and your energy of vitality. So the guidebook says one of your best ways to heal yourself at the moment is to embrace every day with enthusiasm and do everything you can to get more benefit from it. Treat the people you meet with respect and an open heart. So if you can allow that open heart to resonate through your life, you'll be attracting other things that resonate with this beautiful open heart. We're going to go to the Divine Feather Messenger Oracle deck thank you. Wow. I don't know if you saw that, but literally jumped out. This is Pelican energy, and I think that's the first time Pelican has come out in a reading. Choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. Is there something that's been going on in your life that has been weighing you down? Because when you have judgment and forgiveness on other people, it really just keeps your energy low, and that could be draining away some of that vital energy that you have. And it's really interesting that the first thing that I got from this was protection, like you needed, and it's and the reading is kind of leaning or steering me in that direction, that if you chose this reading, you really are needing things to move. You're needing this new protective energy, your vitality to come through, because this is also Pelican energy, which is water. Again, we're bringing in new water. So when which is also all of this, it's really beautiful how the cards end up coming together for one kind of coherent message. Pelican Messenger is here to share the power of forgiveness. So vitality, forgiveness, majesty, knowing your own strength, and protection. Forgiveness does not mean giving approval to others' bad behavior. The power of forgiveness is simply a gift to ourself that allows us to let go of the past and feel lighter in the present. And when we do that, we will actually have more vital energy, vitality. Because when we let go of things that cause us pain and open our heart to new guidance and information, then what happens is that we can forgive ourselves for being in that situation, forgive others. We don't have to condone what they do. So I'm going to ask for additional guidance here from animal spirits. What does pile number 2? Oh my goodness, cards are really flying, so I have to pause it. Okay, thank you. All right, so the cards have been very active, and I was only thinking that I would draw one card of each one, but the cards, of course, when I get these beautiful, like this one literally flew out of the deck face up, it wanted to be seen for you to understand this need for forgiveness. And then these cards all jumped out together because they have a combined message from the spirit of the animal. And I do know that when things come out together like this, I feel like it's amplifying the energy of the animals. And I'm going to bring in the guidebook because I really do love the information that comes through this particular deck. But I do know that 30 is about fear. So when rabbit comes in, you know, I mean, it's asking you not to go forward in fear. So there's a little poem with each one of these cards. And this one says, "Scared little rabbit, please drop your fright. Running doesn't stop the pain or turn the dark to light." So when we leave ourselves in fear, it keeps that thing that happened still with us. And I know that you're probably thinking, well, it's easy said than done. I have had trauma, and I understand the traumatic things leave an energetic imprint. It's one of the reasons why I work with energy now, is because I had a trauma in my life that left an energetic imprint where I saw my physical, I would have a physical reaction to things because the trauma was still on my body. So I understand that. And I think Swan came out because there's something to do with transformation, and there's something to do with the energy of the whale, the record keeping. So I'll read you a little bit about what the fear is bringing in here. That's why I do not question when these cards come out together. It's this beautiful divine energy coming through for you. The earth is healing, and it's asking us to heal. It needs us to heal. When we heal ourselves, we heal parts of the earth. We heal our family. We heal, when we let go of what the other person did, we allowed everything gets healed. Okay, so fear, here's the lesson. If you pulled rabbit, stop talking about the horrible things happening and get rid of what ifs. Or if something happened, and I feel like this could have been something that has already happened to you, stop, breathe, and then feel them, kind of that fear run through your body, and let it go. Ground into the Mother Earth. Know that you are divinely protected. In doing all this, your vital energy comes back. But you have to forgive. You have to let go of the fear. And with this swan energy, I think it's bringing in, it's bringing in grace. So I was thinking it was bringing in transformation. So Swan, the poem for Swan is, the power of women entering sacred space, touching future yet to come, bringing eternal grace. So I feel like it's kind of giving me a dual message, because we know the energy of the swan and the transformation that happens there. And it is talking about the transformation from allowing your true self to come forward. And it also makes note in this guidebook to the transformation that happens with dragonfly, and that how we all have the ability to transform in some way. And if you look at a tree where we started, and the water, it's all moving and transforming. Only when we get stuck in these old things or these stories that have happened to us, and they could be true stories. I'm not saying that a story is something that you made up. There is fiction and nonfiction. So there are truths, but know that everything can transform, and you have this opportunity to transform whatever has happened in your space to something that has a little bit more flow, okay? The Swan card is telling you to accept your ability to know what lies ahead. If you are resisting your own transformation, relax. It'll be easier if you go with the flow. Stop denying that you know who is calling when the phone rings. Pay attention to your hunches and your gut knowledge, and honor your feminine intuitive side. So it's asking you that to be aware of your own development. And Swan medicine people have the ability to see the future, to surrender to the power of Great Spirit, and to accept the healing transformation. So I think that that's part of that. Is probably a really big message, because when you transform this fear and this lower vibration, allow it to let go, to be mutable, to not be in one space, it allows you to tap into your more divine gifts, because then we have this whale energy, again, more water energy coming in to be able to, nothing is set in stone. This is the mutable moon here. So the whale energy is bringing in, it says, teach me how to hear your words and how to understand the very roots of history of when our world began. So there, it's the beginning of the poem is, O mighty oceans, you have seen it all. Secrets of the ages are heard within your call. So the whale is asking you to understand your uniqueness and this sacredness that is flowing through your life right now, that you are divinely protected and guided. If there wasn't something that you can say, oh yeah, something did happen, then it could be like ancestral trauma that is still holding on. But allow, if you have, these things that you're like, I don't know why I feel that way, I just have always felt that way. That's probably something old or something when you were very young that has made an imprint on you. And it's time for you to kind of transform out of a fear-based way of living, projecting things or talking about things that you don't want to have happen are not serving you. So it's time to let all that go. Transform, allow your intuitive gifts, your feminine gifts to come forward. This is for male or female. Masculine energy is about one-sided, like creativeness, a force to go forward. It's very needed. But I think at this time, what that energy is here to do is to hold space for this transformation in the feminine energies coming forward. So as you open up to your uniqueness, the animals that are coming to you as part of your energy here will send the energy to you, so you're aware of it. Part of what whale energy is here is to allow you to understand that Mother Nature is communicating with you and the animal energy is communicating with you. And as people on this planet, we are not paying attention to what's going on around you and paying more attention in the divine masculine way of doing things. And what this reading is really saying is it's time to let go of some of that old energy and to sit with Mother Nature. It says, you are the melody of the universe, and the harmony is the song of all the creatures within the universe, including yourself. And using your voice to open your memory, you are expressing your uniqueness and your personal sound. And it will open personal records so that you may further explore your soul's history and commune with Whale, who carries the history of everything. Wow. I just got goosebumps. And I felt at the beginning of this reading that it was a very powerful reading coming forward. So I'm hoping that you're resonating and getting the energy from this as well. And I'm going to move these over. So the energy now is, this is about the dragon energy. So I wanted to bring in a little bit of the mystical side of, because the stars and all the planets and things, so that's kind of bringing this energy. That is way, way too many. Okay, so this is the only one, well, I'm going to take this one. That's the one that was calling. Like all of these, so it's so interesting that they all fell upside down because there is no upside down. So when I was looking at them, I'm like, those are all upside down. This is the only one right side up. And then I realized they're all the same. So this is the energy that must have been wanting to come out. And I love this. So this is the perceptionist. And so this is really bringing in the understanding. It's like things, what we come at things, we are bringing our own uniqueness into all of that. We're bringing our unique imprint into it. And the perceptionist is about seeing things and understanding that we influence the way things are on the outside. And this is card number 35. I'm going to go to the guidebook for more information. It's a pretty new deck, but it really is a beautiful deck. So no one needs to tell you dragons are real. You know it in your bones. We couldn't prove the God particle theory in quantum physics until the correct measuring device was invented in Switzerland. So, wow, I love that. So what this energy is bringing in is the magic, to be able to perceive the energy and the magic around you. As your vital energy is coming back and that we let old or heavier energies go, we can see the magic and that's what the message from the earth is about, that all this energy is moving and changing, and that you are growing in your intuitive gifts. You have the ability to tap into this incredible knowledge and wisdom of the earth, and not to be afraid of it. Wow, so this is kind of a new message that's kind of evolving here, is that maybe this isn't about something that's happened to you, or maybe this is a fear about being who you really are, forgiving yourself. So for some of you, this is maybe what is resonating with you, is that this is about letting go of these old lower vibrations of fear, and you're keeping yourself in a space that won't allow you to grow. But that is all changing. Nothing is set in stone. Everything is constantly moving, and your perception, if you allow yourself to open, we are seeing that there has been what they call a veil over everything, and that we're seeing everything with new eyes if we allow it. So the miraculous and the marvelous often exist outside of our known measuring devices. Go beyond your five senses and use the dragon sense to perceive the possibilities right now. What an incredible magical reading. I almost feel like this little guy wants to have center stage for some reason. So I'm going to put it right here because I feel like it's working with all this energy, asking you to look at things differently. Okay, so we are going to go to the Light Seers Tarot, which is one of the reasons why you chose this one, and ask for tell us what is the additional information that the earth is trying to bring in for us to see right now. Okay, so these two wanted to come forward. The first one is Two of Pentacles, and that's about balancing earthly energies, right? Sometimes we take on too much and it's hard to balance. So this is asking you to balance your being here on the earth with what you're learning here about the magic coming through, because you have the ability to have everything that you want. And again, I know there was some similarities, but the Ten of Cups, I think, also came out in pile number 1. And this is really about balancing and knowing that really through this journey that you will have everything you could possibly have, and the desire, the wants for things will leave. I think that's kind of like a Buddha message. That something, I don't usually get big trucks, but it sounds like a big truck outside. So something big is coming in to bring about this new ability to understand that you really have everything that you need. You're divinely, maybe it's about the perception. So let's see if there's any additional information. Yeah, I don't think it's this one. So this is, it's interesting how cards end up landing, because this is kind of landing over here. And it is mimicking this overthinking, right? This energy that we started about how to let go of, like giving you a headache. This is, you know, this little guy over here is standing with his arms open, and this like divine light and energy really wants to become. So you may find yourself kind of dip down into this energy, but know that it's temporary, and that, okay, so I think these are the cards that they just kind of gently came out into the space. So the first one is the Page, which the Page brings in new way of thinking, really. So I love that it's right here next to the Five of Swords. So it's bringing in news. You know, this little bird, she's got light, she's illuminated. So this is the energy that I think is it's time to let all this energy go, and that something is coming into your world that's going to allow this to stop. Because so you have a lot of sword energy, and this sword energy is really the overthinking, but this is her ability to be able to see it for what it is. This is again about this perception. It's your ability to see that you're only trapped by your own thinking, your own way of looking at things. And this is all self-created. These are very thin strings, and I don't know if the crows are trying to remove it or they're helping her bind herself up. But either way, it's about the perception of it and the ability to look at things for what they are. So that is the energy along with the perception, because the perception is there magic and dragons? Is there beautiful things, or are you stuck? Are you trapped? Well, it could be both. You need to balance the way that you're thinking about things. It's very interesting how things, because this one is also, I feel like, bringing in balance, because this is the Page of Pentacles, and it's bringing in kind of a new way to look at this ability to be here on the planet. And, you know, they're standing in the center of a mandala on this. It almost looks like the Hanged Man, which is a time of pause in this deck. So each deck brings in their own energy from the creator, and this one is really about balanced energy. And then you have the Three of Pentacles, which is bringing in the ability to work with others. So I feel like as you balance your energy and that you realize that you have the power, you're safe, you can let go of fear, whether it's fear of something that's happened to you in the past or fear of you being your own greatness. Only you'll know what that is, but the energy is mutable. The perceptions are yours. You have the ability to transform and to tap into your divine intuitive gifts and to understand this whale energy. It's this water, this sea of all this amazing information that's coming through, that has been hidden, that's been kept to us and kept from us. We're now being able to see it. We're now being able to see that our life was this illusion of being stuck or trapped in areas of overthinking, of not having. This is bringing in a balanced energy of worldly possessions. So I love that this reading is taking shape like this. And I think in the end, this is interesting because we have two women here and the man is here holding things on top. And these are working with the creative process, and he is holding for them. So I think that that's really relevant at this time, is that this masculine energy is holding for the divine feminine, the ability to balance and move forward, to recognize our gifts and to create anew. So that is your energy pile number 2, coming from the Divine Mother. Thank you for being here. Please let me know if any of this resonates with you, and I hope that you will like and subscribe to get more information about any new readings coming in. Until then, thanks. Bye now. Pile number 2, welcome back. You chose the Deviant Moon Tarot, and this beautiful heart, the rose quartz heart, which is really bringing in kind of like a balanced understanding of your, love. It could be bringing in love for you, because this card is the card. It says South Node, don't let your past hold you back. So I don't know if these two are working together by saying don't close your heart off to possibilities, because the past, maybe you had heartache or something in the past. We are going to bring your tarot deck in to clarify at the end of the reading. And then we are going to start off our... Sorry, I don't know why the video paused. I guess it felt like I needed a pause. So we're going to start off with the Wisdom of the Tree Oracle and ask what is the information coming for the trees? Oh, this one just popped out, and it's the giant redwood. And this came out in another reading, so you may have been drawn to the other reading or not. But the giant redwood, I feel like when I'm looking at this card, it's bringing in majesty, understanding that you have these divine gifts and allowing you, it's asking you to kind of bring that out, to not hold back and not to underestimate yourself and your natural abilities. So is there something in your past that kind of led you to believe that you were not the divine person, the divine force that you are? The card is saying you have so much to offer the world that there's no need to feel inadequate or to let self or to have lack of self-confidence. Let me show you the way. So this tree is really asking you to allow the guidance to come in. So perhaps you've kind of been pushing it away because you just have this belief that you're not deserving or something. So we're going to go to the Divine Feather Messenger and bring in kind of a lighthearted information from the bird. So what bird would like to fly in? Okay, you have 2 of them that are coming in today. So let's take a peek at what they are. We have the goose. Your dreams and desires are calling you to action, and the journey begins today. Wow, I love that. So we're definitely moving in a direction here. And the parrot, let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It's time to embrace who you really are. So is that part of what's going on here? That you have listened to what other people thought, and other people can only give you information and look at you from where they are. And sometimes, a lot of times, when people are judging you, they're really judging some aspect of themselves, and they're projecting it onto you sometimes because they can't handle they're not ready to deal with. Maybe that's a better way to say it. They're really not ready to deal with their own stuff. So it says in the guidebook about the goose, all those unfulfilled dreams and desires are stirring new energy within you and urging you to set out right now on a great quest. And it's time for you to bring your joy, your desires, and to move like the goose. The goose travels. He always comes back to what he knows, but it's almost as if it's telling you, you know what you know. Okay, it's inherently within you, and don't let yourself be grounded. Fly, allow yourself to move forward in the direction that you really want to go in. And there must be something tugging at you if you've chose this reading. And then we have the parrot. So the parrot is it's a beautiful, colorful bird. It's, you know, it mimics, right? It mimics what it hears outside, and it says, "Let go of others' thoughts and opinions." And sometimes when we hear the parrot talking and saying things, we think it's their opinion, and it's you know, what they've picked up from us, and that may be relevant for you. You may have picked up things that you're just mirroring that other people either want you to do, or they're feeling like you should do it. And so you've just always done it that way. And it says, so what the divine message is, it takes practice and courage to step out and embrace who you really are. But a parrot encourages you to do that. So I feel really a very clear message coming through for you right now. Parrot encourage you to do just that. Once you do, you will feel your truth easily coming to light and allow the dreams and desires to come through. So what a beautiful message there. We're going to go with the medicine cards and ask for animal spirit. What animal spirit information? This keeps coming. I just kept, whenever I have like, it's almost like a card that doesn't move in the deck. It just stays out, and I'm shuffling and the card is just there for me. Because a lot of times cards just fly out, and I love that too. They've been really active today, but this one was your card. So I love crow energy. And you weren't drawn to crow tarot, so you're not getting all the energy of crow. But what's really interesting about this image is it's almost like crow sees both sides of things. Crow sees this magical side, but he also sees the dark side. But he is in the light here. He's not saying that side, that old side, is a bad side. I feel like what the crow's coming out to tell you is really to understand that there's a natural order of things that happen, and you didn't do anything wrong by being this other person or allowing others to project on you. It was just a phase that you went through. You needed to be in that to be able to know that wasn't you. That it's allowing you to come forward in a way to know what you don't want. It's almost like that when you've been in something that doesn't feel good and you start recognizing it for what it is, it's a lesson in itself. So this is, I'm going to read I read it in the others, some of the poems that are in this great book. And I like this one. It says, "Crow, are you cawing so I may know the secrets of balance within my soul? Or are you sending your sacred caw just to remind me of universal laws?" So yeah, so this really is bringing out law. And when we think of law, we think about man-made laws, but this is not about man-made structural laws. This is about the laws of the universe and allowing. This is Mother Earth's energy coming through today and her message to you. This is not, and that's part of what this is these things that we've been living. These are man-made structures that we're living in everywhere, and they're obsolete, most of them. We know that because we're moving forward through this world, and everything feels like we're chained to this and chained to that. We have to have this and we have to have that. And it's almost like it just sucks away money, which is a man-made construct as it is, but we need it. It's like, how did we get in this mess? And there is a natural flow in life and in nature, and Mother Nature is asking us in a big way to kind of start honoring, to take our focus away from all these man-made constructs that are the illusion of things that we have to be doing, and to let go of some of that we can embrace who we truly are. And in all these things that are pulling us in these man-made directions, we don't have time to sit with who we are. So Mother Nature is really wanting us to sit with her, with us, and to know your own truth. So this is also what this crow energy is bringing in, is being able to know our own truth. It says, if crow medicine appears, you must pause and reflect on how you see the laws of Great Spirit in relation to the laws of humanity. That's just what I was talking about. Great Spirit, Mother Nature, the things that are fluid, that are constantly moving. And don't let these things hold you back. Don't let the way things have been hold you or keep you trapped. They say an elephant, when they're chained, and when they remove the chain, sometimes they don't know that they can move. It's very sad what we've done to animals in this world. But we've also done it to people with all these things that we have, all these rules and regulations and things that we put up as if we need them. And I don't think we do. I think this is bringing about that light. So it says crow medicine signifies a firsthand knowledge of higher order of right and wrong than the indicated by the laws created by our human culture. With crow medicine, you speak in a powerful voice when addressing issues that for you seem out of harmony, out of balance, out of whack, or unjust. So that's what that energy is bringing in, is the ability to recognize, what is your truth. Don't let these old things hold you back. There is a new, you are divinely guided. That's what this redwood first brought in, and your dreams and desires are calling you forward. Let go of others' thoughts and opinions, and let's bring in the, for the love of dragons. Okay, I wanted to bring in a little bit of a mystical side as well. Magic is here. So Mother Nature is magic, and bringing in a lot of beautiful energy, as is, this is our dragon year. So what is the energy of the dragon? All right, so what came out is the Temptress. I'm going to stick her right over here. No, I'm going to put her right over here. For some reason, I feel like she wants to be by herself. She really wants to. So let's take a look at this card. I've never had this card out. This is 9. And what is a Temptress? Is it, you can think that it's a dark energy. I feel like the Temptress could be either or. Like, it could be bringing you in a new direction. It's got a lot of blue energy around here, and darker energy, which is more like third eye energy is what I'm getting from this. So I think it's kind of bringing in a little bit of both. She's sitting above in the clouds, although it doesn't look like it, because she's sitting on a tree branch. And so she really does have a higher perspective. And so from this higher perspective, she can go at things from her third eye, or she can be tempted to go with the little shiny objects or what other people are saying. It says in the guidebook, you will be tempted, and discernment is what you need most right now. And in order to determine if the opportunity is one that lifts you to new heights or drops you to earth drained and depleted. When an opportunity looks delicious and is dressed up as too good to be true, it's your job to investigate with this discernment. Other times you would be better off saying no. But sometimes when we use all of our senses, so this is really interesting. It says use all your senses to test this moment, including the keen sense of discernment. So I really just want to sit with the energy for a moment, because what I was originally getting from this, so it's a little bit different from what the guidebook is saying, is she looks like a very happy person. I see all this white around her, that she's actually in a pause moment, that she has the ability to bring in divine inspiration. And the discernment comes through her third eye. And so when you're following things, and maybe that's what this is, like let your dreams are calling you forward. Don't let your past hold you back. And maybe that's why this card is coming in. There's a little bit of tug happening with you, where you're not really sure if, this is the past is your path that and even though it's not really feeling very good, you're just not sure, because this is kind of a flowery path that feels almost too good to be true. And maybe you've tried a few things and they haven't worked. And maybe other people are saying you can't do that thing, but so I think the reason why I'm getting this third eye energy from this particular card is because it's asking you to go in and you be your own discerning property, to let go of don't go to other people before you go to yourself first. That's what I'm hearing. It's not a bad thing to get others' opinion, but you're the one that matters the most. If you are getting others' opinions, they're coming at it from where they are, and you're coming at it from where you are, and they're only going to come at it with a limited perspective. you're coming at it with the entire perspective. So even though you can go to others, go in yourself to your own discernment. So we're going to go to the Deviant Moon Tarot deck and ask for clarification for pile number 3. All right, so I have to pause it because this really flew. Okay, so it was just one card, but it flew. And it flew underneath my chair and behind me. And it kind of, when I picked it up, was upside down. And it's really interesting. When you look at the card upside down, it's like all these people are going at this particular person, right? But this is a very happy card. This is a 6 of Wands, and it's all about recognition and being seen for who you are. So I feel that when this card comes out, the reversal of this could be that people are coming at you. It's sometimes when people see gifts in others, they see their own lack. And so they come at you with the perspective of, you know, kind of like a judging state. And they want you to be successful, but sometimes they don't want you to be more successful than them, because then they're judging their own self. So sometimes they can judge you through their own lack. And so with this card, that's kind of what I'm feeling, because I'm feeling the weight of all of this, all these people coming at you. And we want to write this. We want to feel the beauty. So I'm going to put a little clarity over here and turn it right side up with selenite crystal, which is kind of like a deflective and cleaning of energy. So let's ask for more. What should we do moving forward? How do we step into our trueness, our true power? How do we move forward? All right, so all of these cards coming out here. And so the first one is the Ace of Cups. And so she's really holding on to what she loves. What a beautiful image this is. She's holding on to the gold, and it's being guided by this intuitive energy from the moon. It's almost being blessed from the heavens and the stars. So I think that's the energy coming forward. And interestingly, we have the King of Cups. This is really about something. Are you trying to do something that you really love, and you're getting like negative heat from others? And then you have the Ten of Cups. Oh my gosh. So whatever it is that you're moving, and this is really about having strength to be able to move forward and being able to speak your truth about who you are and what's going on. What a beautiful message for you today. Wow. So this is about really holding on and move forward in this thing that you really love and want to do in your life. And that you have this balanced energy, because you also have the masculine energy, which can really help you bring about this thing that you love to do. And the Ten of Cups is when you have something that you really, really love and you no longer have to want anymore, because you literally have it all. And so that's what all this energy is coming in, and this negative energy from other people kind of going at you, acting like you're doing it wrong or giving you all this, you know, let go of others' thoughts and opinions. Your dreams and desires are calling you into action. The journey begins today. So if you're on your way and moving into this energy, I see nothing but success, but you will have to be strong, and you will have to, this is about, you know, cutting through the BS and speaking truthfully. And this is coming from a feminine tongue. So it's not an angry, you know, she's got this little bit of what looks like blood on here, but to me, it's not blood. It's like the understanding, this earthly understanding that sometimes you have to cut through any crap and just say it like it is. And this is your truth. She's holding this one upright. She's got this one knowing that sometimes she's got to cut through others to get to her truth. And again, she has the guidance here, the moon. So what, and this is how I feel like is what it's asking you to do as you move forward. I don't feel like we need any additional cards for this reading. I feel like this is exactly what it's telling you to do. Hold on to your dreams. Hold on to that thing that you love. Let go of any other judgment. This is divinely guided. You let go of any past, whatever anybody is projecting on you, or that you know, are going at in your own mind. Let go of other people's understanding. Go intuitively in. that there are things that are going to come up. Be discerning about your truth and what's others' truth. Why are other people telling you the things that they're telling you? Why are people coming at you? Because, excuse me, you want the support. That's what this card is all about, getting the recognition for a job well done and for, you know, following your light. So wow, it's really interesting. When things start coming up in me, I feel like it's like releasing old energy. And so I think that that's what you have to do, is release any negativity, any old energy, see things for what they are, release any law, like man-made structure that could be holding you back. Step into your strength and allow that life, let your dreams come true. So pile number 3, thank you for being here. This is your reading. If you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you. And if you have not subscribed, I'd love to have you. It'll just allow the channel to get out there to more people. And when I put up a new reading, it'll bring it into your mailbox. So thank you. Have a beautiful day. Bye now. All right. This is pile number 4. How exciting. Okay, so first time I've done a pile number 4. So let's see why you've chosen the Angel Tarot deck, which we will use your tarot deck at the end of the reading to help clarify what we are being given by the Oracle cards. So when I came into this was all about Earth Mother energy and what is coming forward. You chose the Moon card, the new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. So let's see if this is about somebody, something, a romantic cycle with yourself. You did choose this pile, which is including this K2 stone. This is the first time that I had experienced K2. So I was very excited to get it and to get this energy. And as all the stones, it brings in a balanced energy of earth and the spirit. So you chose the angel cards, which kind of brings about a higher spiritual understanding as well. So this is kind of bringing those two things into being. And because this is like somewhere in, was it in the mountains, in a really harsh climate, I think is where they get this. And that, so it has the, it also brings in that energy of being able to overcome obstacles. So let's take a look at the cards so we can get some clarity here about what's going on. The first one is the Wisdom of the Trees Oracle. So I think it's this one. Oh my gosh. So this came out, I think, in every reading. So it's really interesting that I shuffle and I put all these cards back in a different way. And then each time this card popped out. And when I get those kind of pop-out cards, a lot of times I'll just grab them. They're never the same, ever. And this one is the same. So this is bringing in majesty. And even though it came out in the last couple of readings, I don't know if it came out in one. It may have. But it's about being like... This is about a protective energy and a guiding energy, bringing you into... awareness of your own majestic being. So it says, do not underestimate yourself, either in terms of your natural abilities or your unique personality. You have so much to offer the world that there is no need to feel inadequate or a lack of self-confidence in any way. Let me show you the way. So Mother Earth wants to guide you forward. And then there's something that's wanting to come in, something to do. It says at the new moon time, we are coming into a full moon. But what is the energy? Okay, so this one is the one, oh, I love little Wren. That one kind of popped out for you. So Wren is asking you to be bold and confident and use all your resources to create your dreams. Now, we had different cards in every one. I love Wren energy because he is very creative. And it's asking you to be bold and confident. And so this tree that was coming in the beginning was asking the same thing, for you to be bold and confident. I'm going to go to the little book here and see if there's any additional. When I see Wren, I love Wren. I think it's just such a playful energy. It's to me. And yeah, so it's bringing in... it says the divine Wren flutters in to remind you that you already possess all the resources that you need. That's exactly what this card was saying. It was saying that you have like this majestic ability. You have all of this there for you to understand that you can create the life that you desire. And so you don't need to seek out anything. This energy is saying that the earth will show you the way. So if you get confused or distracted and you're not sure what's going on, go out in nature, call on the giant redwood and wren spirit energy to help guide you, to give you that strength so you can be more confident and bold and to use the resources that you have available. So the next energy is the medicine card energy, bringing in additional animal energy. And I'm asking for, what does pile number 4, what is the animal spirit that's wanting to come forward for pile number 4? Okay, I think it's these two. All right. So we have a couple of different energies that are coming through. So the first one is fox energy. I love fox. I saw a couple of them in my yard a couple of weeks ago, which was very exciting to me. So this is really about being able, I think the fox energy is more like camouflage and kind of allowing you to sit in, like in the high grass and to watch how things are moving, how, others are kind of going about things. And sometimes they're just going about things just because that's what they've always been doing. I'm bringing in the guidebook to kind of bring in, I just want to make sure that I'm seeing it, but I think that it is the camouflage energy. Yes, camouflage. So the other ones, I read the poems, which I think are really great. And the poem here is, Fox, where are you? Under the ferns, becoming the forest, so I can learn. Are you watching, invisible to me, trying to teach me to become a tree? Wow. Oh, I don't think I've ever read that poem before. And then you have Armadillo, which is really, he has this protective layer. It's almost like he can roll up in a little ball and become something completely different. But the medicine coming in from Fox is asking you to be, it says, use your cunning nature in a positive way. Keep silent about who and what and why you are observing. In learning the art of camouflage, you need to test your abilities to pull things off. So it's saying to be bold and confident, but at the same time, it's asking you, don't rush into what's going on. Look at things in a way that this is about boundaries. So when you're going forward, where you're going, what you're doing, you have like the resources available, but do it in a creative, in a way where you understand what you're getting into. So the poem for Armadillo is, Armadillo, armor all my boundaries. Teach me my own shields, your own strengths. Reflect all the hurts so I will not yield. So, oh wow, what beautiful energy from Armadillo. It may be asking you not to let others kind of treat you badly, to know your own boundaries when you're moving forward. Let's see what it says. It says, if you have no boundaries, you're like a sponge. It will seem as if all the feelings in the room full of people must be yours. Oh, that's very interesting. That's the message that I read from that. Excuse me. Is that sometimes if you're an intuitive person and you're around people, you can kind of easily flow with other people's energies, and you could be actually working with others' energies. I've done this before. And then you get home and you're like, what was that about? Well, it was not about you at all. It was about them. And you allowed yourself, you opened yourself up. So this is asking you to be able to look and to watch without absorbing all those other energies, and allowing you to have the boundaries and to know what's yours and what's not, to be confident in all the resources you have to create your dreams. But perhaps that something new is coming in. I haven't seen this kind of romantic side yet. So it could be that if you have, if you're looking for a new partner to come in, it's asking you to make sure that you be bold and confident, but know and just allow yourself to gently understand and to look and to be discerning, and not to like lead with your heart. Like allow other people's energies to come in and dictate yours. So the last oracle that I'm bringing in is for the love of dragons. I wanted to bring the mystical energies. So thank you, love of dragon. Oh, well it's like I opened the card And that's what flew out. So it looks like we have two. The energy is the Grouch, which is really kind of a fun. And wow, isn't this interesting? Because this is the card that's going over a new romantic relationship. So I don't know if you've stepped into a new romantic relationship and there's a lot of this tit for tat stuff, because it's asking you to set up boundaries. And then you have the Adventurer that's coming out. And the Adventurer is more like this Wren energy, or this giant redwood, like being your majestic self. And so is there a new romantic cycle that's happening? If there is, and you're feeling kind of this 5 energy, don't be a grouch at them, and don't let them be a grouch at you. It says there's a time and a space for cooperation and cooperation, right? Compromise and cooperation. I think I said cooperation twice. You're allowed to be feisty and fierce when protecting your boundaries and personal sovereignty, but it says you get to decide when and how you wish to engage. So if a new romantic cycle is coming in, you know, make sure that you have firm boundaries with what you want and who's coming in and what's yours, and don't be too malleable to the other person's energy, allowing it to change you, because it's your time to be your true majestic self. And you know, just kind of watch how others are. And let's see what this 33 energy is. It's coming in with the Adventurer. It says, again, there's no holding back. So this is bringing in this energy again. So get lost in the right direction, travel, whether along the inner realms or the psyche or the outer realms for experience, for the sake of your heart's bliss. Oh, interesting. So you may be meeting somebody on travel. Maybe you're going to be going out and you'll find this, and maybe this person is going to come across a little bit grouchy and you're not going to understand what's going on. But it's asking you just to watch. So perhaps somebody just has a bad day and then you're seeing them as this kind of grouchy energy, or maybe you're having a bad day and you're not, you know. So let's get some clarification with the angel. So you chose the Angel Tarot deck. So can we help kind of clear up this energy? What is going on here? It started off with this new romantic energy coming in, and then asking us to stand in this divine, majestic, know that we are being spiritually guided forward, have confidence. Then we have this energy from the Fox asking us to kind of camouflage ourselves and watch. So maybe if you're looking for somebody new to come into your life, and maybe this cycle has already began and you've met somebody, I think it's either maybe you met them through an adventure, or it's asking you to be adventurous. Because this is kind of looking at that. So asking for clarification for pile number 4 about the energies coming forward. I kind of feel these two cards. So this is the Empress, number 3, and it says lavish abundance, nurture yourself and others, give birth to your dreams. And it's underneath the Wren card, which is saying that use all your resources to your dreams. And then you have the 7 of Earth. It says seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action and unnecessary worry. Isn't that interesting? I don't think I've ever gotten this card in this particular deck. This is a deck that was given to me by my mom. Really interesting energy. There's a lot going on. And a lot of times when we have too many choices, that's where we're pausing. So maybe that these new things are coming in and you're just not sure, which is why this is coming in under here, is that you have this abundant energy around you, but because you have this abundant energy, you're also, you know, wanting to be adventurous, but there's something that you're attracting in here that may be throwing you for a bit of a loop. So let's see, what is this additional information for pile number 4? Okay, so it kind of, I feel like it's clarifying for that. Okay, so I love this. So it kind of came out right over here, and it's a clarifier. Maybe this person that you've met has kind of got a fire energy. So it says an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life right now. So I don't know if this person, see how beautiful this guy is? It's interesting. It could have been a woman, it could have been anything, but it wasn't. It was a guy. So this energy coming in right here, I think, is to clarify this new love energy, is that there's this exciting new love possible, or maybe it is business. Maybe this romantic thing that's really romanticized this new job that you're creating, or this business that you're creating, and it's coming in to change, and there's a lot of fire, but you're not exactly, like, you need to set up your boundaries around it. So there's a lot of different options. There's a lot of things going on. So how do we move forward and take advantage of the opportunity and stay true to ourselves? So for pile number 4. Okay, so I think that one, and there's like a couple of these. I'm going to take this because they've showed themselves to me a couple of times. Okay, so this is the 3 of air. And the 3 of air is about heartache and sadness. So I'm asking for clarifying energy here. And I feel like part of what may have happened here is that you were, and the light is shining directly on this, and it's almost as if you need to clear away this heartache energy. It's like asking this to be cleaned and the light to be brought in. I don't know if you're going at something after a time of loss, but this is really, that's what this energy is really about, is about loss. You have the Ace of Air, which is all about your ideas and communication, things moving forward, and seeing the truth in a situation, a challenging beginning. So I think that that is exactly what's happening, as it's clearing, is that you've got something new, but you've still got this residue of this old kind of heartache energy, and it's creating a little bit of this pause. You need to pause because you're bringing in some of the old energy, because you have the 5 of water, because this is not turning out the way you would wanted it to do, because you're not seeing the positives in a situation. So lastly, you end up with the Knight of Earth, and it's time to buckle down to get things done. And you have a guardian angel here to watch over what this situation is. So I feel like this energy, and the reason why that you chose this reading is because perhaps that you, and this could not, maybe it's not for you if this isn't resonating. I totally understand. But what I'm getting from all this is that you've started something new, and that you have great opportunities. And the Mother Earth is asking you to really change your focus and to know that you're a majestic being, that you can have your dreams. The Ren here is be bold and confident and use all your resources to create those dreams. It's a very creative little guy. So by embracing some of the natural resources around you, this can move forward with the Fox energy. But just sit back and watch. Don't be reactive. There's no need, you need to set up boundaries. We should all have our natural boundaries for us, because there are some energies in here that may be a little bit more than what you thought they were going to be, whether it's a new job or a new love, and that you have some great new ideas, and all of this thought it was going to move forward, and because there's a great ability for all these things to come in. But this heartache and some things are seeping in from the past, and it's I think it's the way you're looking at things, is that you have the ability to move forward and do it. But I think it's time to sit down. I'm going to pull one more clarifying card. What is the energy that, because what I feel like is that it's time for you to sit, like let everything kind of, don't overthink anything that's going on, because we all have heartache. But when you bring that into a new relationship, you're like bringing all the past garbage and all this stuff, and you need to heal all this. That's why I have this selenite over here, is to help heal this situation that it kind of feels like it's being dragged through everything else that you're doing right now. So let's have one more card, please. I almost feel like I'm getting the Hermit energy, like you have to take a moment and, I don't know, I feel like isn't that interesting? The Sun. Have confidence in yourself. There's a happy outcome. And I almost feel like this one, yeah, it's interesting because this is a desire to move on. So I feel like what this is saying is kind of like when you honor yourself, maybe you realize that you brought some of this old heartache, or maybe the other person is bringing in heartache to this, but have confidence that there's the ability to move on, move past whatever is happening. And maybe this is part of the old energy and then the new energy is coming in. Maybe this fire energy was too much. Maybe you're more water and you're, putting out his fire and he's just heating you up. That could be what's going on here. And things are being said. And then this natural illumination from the sun. 1 is bringing in divinity. 9 is bringing in completion. So I feel like what's coming in for you is the ability to move past all this, because with the sun here, it's kind of illuminating the whole thing. And I hope this reading is helping to illuminate what's going on. When you don't resolve issues that were painful from the past, you kind of drag them forward. So either that person or you have had that in your lifetime, and it's time to move forward and to have confidence in yourself that you can have a new relationship. So if this is not here yet, be discerning, set up your boundaries, recognize, watch people, because there is possibilities and opportunity here for you. So thank you, pile number 4. This was very exciting for me to do a number 4, and I hope you enjoyed the reading and that you have a beautiful day. Bye now.